Of the conference. Two very dramatic semi-finals, and today we are at the Britannia Stadium for the second conference promotion final featuring Aldershot Town and Shrewsbury on a sun-soaked afternoon in Staffordshire. A crowd of more than 20,000 expected, a reflection of the conference's increasing popularity. More than 880,000 spectators passed through the turnstiles this season. That's compared to just 465,000 in the inaugural season of 1979-80. And these are the lucky ones who are now just 90 minutes away from a return to league action, and they're suitably colourful and vociferous. Didn't see what happened at the semi-final stage. Here's a reminder, both did go right to the wire.
Free kick taken by Pittman, and Kerry Bertram's in here. Oh, and a good save by Paul, but surely yes, it's a goal for David Brown. And Hereford United have a lead inside 7 first-half minutes here. Can they get themselves on terms just shy of half-time? Baker's gone a long way, the goalkeeper. Back out with Charles again. Excellent cross. And away by Purdy. The referee, what's he given here? Penalty. Well, given against Tony James, the Hereford captain, for the push on Warburton. Roscoe Desane has scored 10 of 11 penalties this season for Aldershot. 8 out of 9 his record in the conference. This is the one that matters most. Most convincing from Aldershot's top scorer. And they love it.
2 penalties in the first leg at Barnet. Shrewsbury's Scott Howie was the guilty man early on, bringing down Liam Hatch. Howie booked for his sins and powerless to prevent Ben Strevens from giving the home side a 13th minute lead. His 10th goal of the season. Danny Mannix has been a fine defender over the years, but he's obviously a frustrated goalkeeper. His handball from Sam Aston's shot gave Shrewsbury a golden opportunity to level things up. Luke Rogers, duly obliged. Into injury time, and excellent work down the right by Ishmael Yakubu, whose cross was converted by Simon Clist, leaving the tie beautifully set up for the second leg. No goals in the second leg at Edgar Street, where Hereford played for all but 20 minutes with only 10 men, following Andy Tretton's clumsy efforts to hold back Aaron McLean. And so to penalties. Shotskeeper Nicky Bull had his eye in. Mark Beasley, one of those to be denied. Will Antwi wrapped things up. A 4-2 shootout victory. And there were plenty more penalties at Gay Meadow.
Fields for handball and given. It's a penalty, handball by Liam Hatch.
Well, no doubt whatsoever in my mind. Definite penalty. Liam Hatch going up with his hands up. You can't do that in the area.
Luke Rogers, 2 penalties out of 2 this season. This is the one that matters. And the team that came down from the Football League 12 months ago now hold real hopes of making the immediate return.
At 4-3 in the penalty shootout to Shrewsbury, Simon Clist faced Scott Howie. That save meant that Darren Moss, who knew he'd be suspended for the final, had a chance to be the semi-final hero.
It's all down to this. If he scores, Shrewsbury go to the final. Darren Moss is the hero.
Are here, and we can now hear from their manager, Terry Brown's talking to Johnny Phillips.
Well, Terry, we covered the first Aldershot game of the season. You said then you weren't sure what to expect, and now you're 90 minutes from the Football League.
Well, it's lovely to have you back again, and we started the first day of the season in boiling hot conditions. Just been out there now, it's red hot in the middle of the pitch, so maybe that's a lucky omen for the shots, eh?
And a fantastic atmosphere. You've been signing the autographs there. You look like you're enjoying it, are you?
I'm not sure if a manager ever enjoys a playoff final, but it's my first one, hopefully first of many.
And how's the build-up been to this? I mean, I imagine all the players have been looking forward to it.
Yeah, remarkably calm, to be honest. I'm very surprised that there doesn't seem to be too much nerves, there don't seem to be too much anxiety in there, and you can never tell until the whistle blows, but the main thing we're trying to get over to them is to play their football. We're not going to win if we bash it up the park. If we get it down and play, we can beat anybody.
And will you have your strongest side out?
Yeah, got the strongest squad I've had to pick from all year. Great bunch of lads, they've all played their part, and I just hope they do themselves justice today.
That's surprising, all fit for the final then?
Yeah, it's amazing that, isn't it? The biggest game of their lives and they're all fit.
Just finally, Jimmy Quinn as well. I mean, you had him as a player at Hayes. It's going to be a good day all round, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I expect Jim will echo my sentiments. If I have to lose it, I'd rather, best I lose it to Jim. But, neither of us are thinking that at the moment. We're thinking about becoming Football League managers in 90 minutes' time.
Best of luck, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Terry.
It's funny how players find their fitness at key times. He's looking for back-to-back promotions. Ian, tell us a little more about Terry Brown and the amazing job he's done over the past few years.
Yeah, he's done absolutely incredible, and he's got a great rapport with his supporters as well. He seems very, very calm there, but I think deep down the nerves they'll be hitting him. But at 5-1, all them have gone. The players have got to go out and do it for him, but certainly Terry's done a remarkable job, and nobody can take that away from him.
It's fantastic achievement for the club, When we were in the Ryman League just last season, or season before we got promoted, now we got a chance to get back in the Football League, So it's fantastic, it's like a dream really. We never expected to get this far.
I'm well over the moon, It's just a day we've been looking forward to for over 12 years now, since '92.
Absolutely fantastic. I was at last game in '92 at Cardiff. Absolutely brilliant. 12 years later, superb. Can't wait. Win or lose today, don't care. Going to enjoy the day out. Do it again next season if we have to.
I'm chuffed to hell, and I think we're going to be in the third division again next year, and that is brilliant.
Unbelievable, to be honest with you. I must admit, I think most of us would have taken sort of mid-table mediocrity this season, and to have held on the last day to get into the playoffs and then beating Hereford, it's only just sinking in, to be perfectly honest with you now. So look around, see all the fans and the atmosphere, it's almost unbelievable, mate.
2-1, easy. Run rings round them.
Martin Allen and Ian Snowden are with me today. The possibility of a silver goal, as long as the referee knows that is a possibility after all the confusion in the semi-finals. You're both edging towards Shrewsbury. Is it going to be a fairly open sort of game, or will the nerves inevitably have an effect, do you feel?
Well, I came here last year to watch Dagenham against Doncaster, and I don't think Dagenham in the first half really done themselves justice. So I just hope both teams can play to their potential, and hopefully the best team will win on the day.
That is what you want for both teams, at least, to do themselves justice on an occasion like this, Ian, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Mark, because I wouldn't like to see it go to the silver goal, or definitely I don't want to see it go to penalties, because there'll be a lot of tears shed if it does go to that extreme. Let's see a good game for 90 minutes, and as Martin said, the best team will win.
Gentlemen, thank you both very much indeed. We shall settle back and enjoy alongside the 20,000 or so spectators who have crammed themselves into this wonderful stadium. The second year that the final has been staged here. It was full of drama 12 months ago. From a neutral perspective, we hope for more of the same. Our match commentators for the afternoon are Clive Walker and Kevin Keatings.
Thank you, Marcus. And the nerves are palpable in the tunnel from players and managers, because this is it. This is the day of destiny and a tale of two towns. The county town of Shropshire, Shrewsbury, against the surprise promotion finalists, Terry Brown's Aldershot. And the crowd is well over three-quarters filling this Britannia Stadium today. And as you can hear, it is some atmosphere as the players come out to be greeted by a wall of noise. Fireworks too. But this is what it's been all about for the players of Shrewsbury and Aldershot. What a story for Aldershot Town, 12 years after they went bankrupt and were thrown out of the Football League. Will the final happy chapter in their incredible story be written today? Or will Shrewsbury Town, under their astute manager Jimmy Quinn, become only the third club to bounce straight back into the Football League from the conference after Lincoln City and Darlington? Martin O'Connor, 36 years old there, going through shock, has recovered from a knee injury which forced him off at half-time in the semi-final against Barnet. But we've had high drama again in the playoffs, just as we did 12 months ago when both their semi-finals, like this season, went to penalty shootouts. The inaugural promotion final 12 months ago was decided by a golden goal scored by Doncaster Rovers' Franny Tierney. Silver goal rule applies today. Will it go that far on a baking hot day at the Britannia Stadium, hosting the Nationwide Conference promotion final for the second season? Well, a very famous face indeed is the president of the host club, Stoke City, Gordon Banks, OBE, one of the greatest goalkeepers the world of football has ever seen, joined in the presentation lineup by Paul Hibbs of Nationwide and Bill King, the conference chairman. But a great thrill for these players to be shaking the hand of a legend. England, Stoke City and Leicester City were served so well by the great Gordon Banks. Shaking the hand warmly there of Jimmy Quinn, who's played himself for Shrewsbury, a bit part, the 44-year-old as a player, but doesn't name himself on the bench today. Wants to keep himself sharp tactically for any crucial decisions he may have to make. Presentation party continue on now to Aldershot. Ray Warburton there is the Aldershot skipper. Nicky Ball, the goalkeeper, who made two crucial penalty saves as Aldershot surprised the playoff favourites Hereford. But a very hungry and young team, Aldershot, several of whom have been in the Football League before and so anxious to get back there again. And at the end of the line, the man who's been in charge of Aldershot just over 2 years, 52-year-old Terry Brown. What a magnificent job he's done. Bill King, the conference chairman, warmly shaking the hand of the Aldershot manager. But all the players and fans want is the kick-off to arrive just as soon as possible. But the players will now observe and stand as we await the national anthem. A really special atmosphere for the Nationwide Conference promotion final. And let's have a look at the two teams. First of all, Aldershot. Manager Terry Brown takes the bold step of dropping his second top scorer this season, Tim Sills, to the bench, preferring the pace of Aaron McLean to partner leading scorer Roscoe Desane. Adam Miller, one of the most consistent players in the conference this season, makes a timely return from a 4-match suspension. A very, very young team, 7 of this side, 23 or under.
And a 4-4-2 for Terry Brown. 4 very strong defenders in Downer, Giles, Warburton and Sterling. A midfield of lots of legs with Antwi and Goslin. Some guile from Challoner and Miller out wide. And up front, Roscoe Desane, top goal scorer for Aldershot this season. And the diminutive Aaron McLean.
Well, just one enforced change for Shrewsbury manager Jimmy Quinn. Right back, Darren Moss, who scored the winning penalty in the semi-final shootout against Barnet, is suspended. His place goes to Jake Sedgemore, the only player in this lineup who hasn't tasted league football before. 36-year-old Martin O'Connor has shaken off a knee injury sustained in the semi-final to add his considerable experience to the heart of midfield.
And manager Jimmy Quinn goes with 4-4-2 as well. Good partnership at the back with Riddler and Tinson. He's very happy with those two. Lots of pace out wide with Aston and Ryan Lowe. Experience in the middle there with Terry O'Connor. And Martin O'Connor. And up front, Luke Rogers. Bags of pace, bags of skill and lots of goals.
Well, this was the most interesting selection that Terry Brown has made in the Aldershot side. Aaron McLean, only 20, has played in the Football League before with Leyton Orient. He was signed 14 months ago on a free by Terry Brown. Prefers his pace to the height and strength of Tim Sills. And will he be a handful for the Shrewsbury defence today? Well, talking of handfuls, big, powerful, experienced Dwayne Darby won the conference 3 years ago with Rushden and Diamonds. Top scorer that season with 24. And he has forged a very good partnership with Luke Rogers. Well, Terry Brown is the only full-time employee at Aldershot Town, but after 90 minutes today, he may be having to sit down with a whole number of employees at Aldershot Town and saying, come full-time with me and I'll venture into the Football League. But this man will have entirely different situation to deal with in the summer. Shrewsbury Town under Jimmy Quinn are very much full-time. 12 months ago, the heartache and tears of dropping out of the league, and under all the expectation, Jimmy Quinn and his players have kept that pressure on their shoulders and kept it at bay, really, and have found their way to the promotion final. Both clubs finished way distant of the champions Chester City and the narrow runners-up Hereford United. But now it's down to who holds the nerve the better, who has the better luck perhaps on the day. But it's the blue-ribboned event of non-league football, the biggest prize available to any non-league club, a ticket into the Football League. And which town will it be, Aldershot or Shrewsbury? The referee today is Keith Stroud from Dorset, and it will be Shrewsbury to get the promotion final underway. And there's no doubt that Shrewsbury have the added experience in their lineup. Sterling. Oh, and it's going to fall here for Roscoe Desane, real chance! Oh, and he lost his composure. And it's the man that Aldershot would have wanted in that position. 27 goals this season, but Roscoe Desane finished poorly.
He did finish badly, but didn't he do well to get into the position? Good ball over the top. He's just lent into Darren Tinson as Darren's tried to win the header. Used his body strength there, but the shot was poor. Good opportunity for Aldershot.
Well, he wouldn't have expected to have frozen, but he did.
Well, as we were saying about the nerves, Kevin, they seem to strike there on Roscoe Desane.
It's a foul against Tolley. Quickly taken by Aldershot, and McLean is in behind Tinson here. Oh, and Challoner! Just wouldn't fall for John Challoner, but once again, the pace of Aaron McLean, a real handful for the Shrewsbury defence. Now Challoner. And the part-timers are coming on strong here. Free kick, central area, and certainly within range of a strike on Scott Howie's goal. Has to be thinking about troubling Scott Howie here.
I think I thought so, Kevin. It looks like he's the only one going to take it. He's a long way out.
Stein. Sterling. Firm challenge by Derby on Downer. And Shrewsbury have got a 3-on-3 here. It's Dwayne Derby. Oh, he had Jamie Tully free to his left. And chose to shoot. And that was a surprising decision from Dwayne Derby. Chance wasted. Clive. Quickly taking free kick.
Just look at Aaron McLean there, just on the shoulder, gets in between players, gets wide, gets a good driven ball across. Well, maybe it might have come a bit quickly to John Challoner, but you feel he should have got something on it. He's there in space, good run forward by him as well. And as we said before, he can score goals from midfield. A bit of a surprise, Terry Brown playing him wide left, but he's obviously not going to hug the touchline. He's going to drift inside, probably leaving Aldershot a little bit narrow at times, but he's the type of guy who might pop up in the box, as we've just seen, and put the ball in the back of the net.
Notwithstanding the miss from Roscoe Hussain, Terry Brown there will be happy with these front two so far. The movement has been very good. They pulled the Shrewsbury defence to both sides of the pitch, and they are blessed with outstanding pace, these two. Hussain. He's got Challoner available. Decent ball in. Very well defended. Excellent work from Riddler. That's a foul by Rogers.
Well, the referee got that one right, the proverbial backing in, Kevin. I think you see, look, all he's doing is he's backing in, typical of Luke Rogers there. When you're a smaller guy against a big guy, you want to feel where your defender is. I don't think it was any malice, he didn't throw an arm, he's just trying to feel his defender.
Forward by Sterling. That's going to drop for a corner. And Aldershot have had the better of the opening 20 minutes. They've certainly had the best chance, which fell to Roscoe Hussain. Giles and Warburton both forward, the two centre-backs for Adam Miller's corner. And Giles coming in beyond the far post, and Scott Howie, the Shrewsbury goalkeeper, getting a very important touch to that. Had he not done so, Chris Giles just might have had the angle. Now McLean, ball over the top again. Oh, and the goalkeeper struggling there with the presence of Aaron McLean. There was no whistle against him.
Oh, again, McLean unmarked. Just finds that bit of space between the two centre-backs. I think he's got every opportunity. I think that's a fair clean jump. His arms are down. It's got Howie claiming at the second attempt.
Roscoe Hussain is going to give way to Adam Miller to take the corner. Will Antwi can add his aerial presence in there alongside Warburton and Giles. They've worked it short though, Aldershot. Now the cross will come in. Good one too, and there's a push by McLean on Sedgemore, whose heart must have been in his mouth as he faced his own goal here.
He's done well, Roscoe Hussain, to dig out any sort of a cross, and McLean desperate to get on the end of it, couldn't quite get there.
What a rise it's been. Challoner with the flat long throw again. Gosling. Now Tully. It's those young legs driving through the heart of midfield. Jamie Tully, he's got Luke Rogers available. Wants it back to Tully again. Great chance. Superb challenge by Dominic Sterling. And if he hadn't got there, then surely it would have been 1-0 Shrewsbury.
That's a great run by Jamie Tully, wasn't it? From inside his own half. Good little ball over the top. He just stuttered there on arriving at the ball on the edge of the box. You just feel if he takes it on He's waiting for it to come down, gave Dominic Sterling the chance to come in and get the tackle, but you just feel there's a good opening there for Tolly. If he'd have taken the ball on, maybe we'd have seen the first goal.
Miller. McLean. Diving in, that's unnecessary really from Jake Sedgemore. Won't please his manager too much. His team on the back foot now and awaiting Adam Miller's free kick. Useful one as well. Warburton's in there, and a goal! Aaron McLean scores for Aldershot. And Terry Brown's decision to put the 20-year-old in ahead of the second top scorer this season, Tim Sills, has paid off big time. Aaron McLean giving Aldershot the lead.
There's a great ball in as well by Adam Miller. Ray Warburton offering his strength and his power in the air, and the ball just drops sweetly for McLean, and hasn't he deserved it in these opening 35 minutes. He's worked his socks off up front, caused all sorts of problems, and then the ball just drops sweetly for him, and he finishes with aplomb.
So the underdogs, the part-timers, are a goal up, but now Shrewsbury looking for an immediate reply. Easton's cross, Dwayne Darby in there, it's going to fall for Rogers, blocked by Giles. Very good reply there from Shrewsbury, almost brought it through Ward. This time faced by Miller, there's room for the cross for Sam Easton. And use of an arm, says referee Stroud by Challoner. Promising position here now for Shrewsbury Town. I'm sure they'll be having a crack at goal here.
Looks like it could be Ryan Lowe this time. He's run from right over here on the right-hand side to place the ball for the free kick with Jamie Tolley there. Looks like a shot on target though.
It's Ryan Lowe. Needed to be helped on its way by Nicky Bull.
Well, it's not a bad effort. There's not a lot of pace on the ball. You'd expect the goalkeeper to save this one, but he's got it on target. And Nicky Bull just helps it over the crossbar.
Jamie Tolley with the Shrewsbury corner. Tinson's in there. And a goal kick only. Tinson complaining to the referee about something.
Oh, just look at him and Ray Warburton both pushing and shoving as they're trying to get to the ball. I think Darren Tinson's got half a yard on Warburton there. Maybe should have done a little bit better.
Lowe. Escape from two. Ryan Lowe. Turned behind by Will Antwi.
Well, he looks like he's going absolutely nowhere here, but I think he just gets that little bit of luck. Just tries to deliver. Antwi in the right position.
Rogers looking to apply some pressure on Nicky Bull. The two centre-backs have joined with Dwayne Darby, Tinson and Riddler. Tolley's delivery again. Sterling happy to get it out of harm's way. Another corner.
This is a decent ball in as well. If you've got Luke Rogers or somebody standing on the goalkeeper, he can't adjust his feet. Good ball into that far post area.
Good spell for Shrewsbury. And they get back on terms ahead of half-time. May fall here, yes! Goal! Dwayne Darby! A goal poacher! An experienced head! And he just knew where to be. And Dwayne Darby levels it up at 1-1.
Oh, very similar to the goal we saw at the other end. A challenge in the box. The big guys all going for the cross, and the ball just drops for a centre forward. And he finished it so well, Dwayne Darby. Very, very sharp, very, very quick. And what a superb volley from close range.
Well, the Shrewsbury fans will be hoping against hope they don't suffer the tears and the anguish of 12 months ago when they dropped out of the Football League. But they have renewed hope now with Dwayne Darby's equaliser. Easton runs into a firm challenge from Downer. As Miller is brought down by Darby. Keith Stroud blows the half-time whistle. Well, no doubt that Aldershot started the better. Aaron McLean preferred to Tim Sills. His pace and awareness brought him a goal. But Dwayne Darby, the right man in the right place for Shrewsbury a couple of minutes before half-time. But Adam Miller, the free kick, Warburton causing the problem, McLean snapping up the opportunity. 1-0 Aldershot. But Dwayne Darby thrashing home the equaliser for Shrewsbury. Half-time, 1-1. No substitutions has been made by either manager, and Aldershot in the white and red will play from left to right in the second half and get us underway. And what drama do we have in store here? We've not been short on drama, far from it, since the playoffs were introduced for the first time last season in the conference. Downer. Lobbed on by Warburton. With Ray Warburton again. Oh, what a story if he was a goal scorer today. Here's Adam Miller. Roscoe Desane. Nice dummy, took him away from Riddler. Still Desane. No power in the shot, but it was all his own work. That's a sloppy pass, meant for Easton and cut out by Downer. It's a 3-on-3 here for Aldershot. Pass from Downer, and McLean showed that perhaps he is about to shake off that knock because he found some acceleration.
Yeah, what a shame Simon Dowd didn't take this inside. But they were 3 against 3.
Once again they'll call John Challoner over to provide this potent weapon again, this long throw. Warburton's made his way forward from the back, so too has Giles. Climbing highest was Aaron McLean. He really launched himself to this.
Well, John Challoner this time floating a higher one. Just saw the arm go up of Darren Tinson. You just feel sometimes he's got his hand in the air there with the flick from McLean.
Well, here comes the Aldershot substitution, and Aaron McLean is not going to be able to shake off that hamstring pull. It looked that way, and the Aldershot goal scorer gets a huge ovation as he leaves just short of an hour into this Nationwide Conference promotion final. The man he was preferred to today, Tim Sills, will come on. Aldershot's second top scorer. What a nice touch there. Tim Sills was devastated at the Aldershot team hotel to be told by Terry Brown he wouldn't start today. But who knows, he might yet be a match winner. Sills winning his first aerial collision there, and he's trying to find a shot. Just for a moment, Scott Cowie in the Shrewsbury goal wasn't sure where the deflection was heading, but Tim Sills already showing his power in the air.
Yeah, an important header for him to win as well. Good hold up play by Desane, just plays it inside. Well, the bit of luck and the deflection going his way, that could have gone in the back of the net.
Adam Miller with the Aldershot corner, they're attacking the goal behind which are the bulk of their support. Heading towards the three-quarter mark. Can't be taken by Ryan Lowe. Well, not a bad view. You don't pay to get in. Sterling. Could be an interesting ball forward, and Desane took that beautifully. What a take from Roscoe Desane! And he was very unlucky not to further extend Scott Howie. But look at this for a ball taken out of the air.
Well, that's a superb take, isn't it? Nice and clean. Sets himself up for the shot. Fortunately, he gets it too close to Scott Howie.
Gosling. Room now for Will Antwi. Thinks about the shot. Always travelling safely into the grateful midriff of Scott Howie. Seized upon by Chalice. Might break here for Luke Rogers. Peels for handball. And it's gone again, Shrewsbury. I have to say, referee Keith Stroud took up an excellent position there.
Well, he's in the right place, isn't it? Just as it bounces up here. Well, again, for me, it's difficult to decide maybe a better angle. Well, it did strike the hand of Will Antwi.
Roscoe Desane is departing. And Lee Charles will come on. So the top scorer is off. And if it goes to penalties, Roscoe Desane won't be around. But Lee Charles, the man who got the all-important goal that took Aldershot to the playoffs. On the playoffs, the other side to go up last season. Now then, thrown into the mix here. Aldershot looking to get players in there. Warburton couldn't get there. Now then, they might be a little bit stretched, Aldershot. It's Jamie Tolley. He's got options left and right. This is Rogers looking for Ryan Lowe. Tolley unmarked in the middle! Saved by Nicky Bull. That was the chance to win a ticket back to the Football League for Jamie Tolley and Shrewsbury.
That was a fantastic break, wasn't it, from the edge of their own box. Good play by the three players who got forward. It's Tolley who swung a left foot at it, not his strongest foot, but a good save by Nicky Bull as well.
Will take the free kick. Sills the target. Good climb though by Chalice. We're less than a minute away from extra time. Easton wins a good challenge. Maybe one last opportunity for Shrewsbury now. Oceans of room in midfield here for Jamie Tolley. Ryan Lowe wants it here. There's a chance. Dwayne Darby, three waiting for the cross. Headed away by Miller. Tremendous tension into the final seconds here. In by Dwayne Darby. Warburton's miscue and punched away by Nicky Bull. Oh, can he have a heart in his mouth or what here? Ray Warburton.
What a great ball in as well by Dwayne Darby. And a tired leg by Ray Warburton. Just about gets something on it. And Nicky Bull very, very grateful he can punch it clear.
Last chance for a winner in normal time. Jamie Tolley with a corner. Firm header out. And Rogers is offside. And that will be that as far as normal time is concerned. And just what was going through the minds there, the respective managers. We can imagine it. And they are getting ready now to administer their team talks for at least 15 minutes of extra time. Silver goal rule will apply. And if neither side scores in that first period of extra time or is ahead at the end of the first 15 minutes, then we'll go all the way to 30 minutes extra time.
Martin Allen and Ian Snowden have been sharing the excitement with me. Martin, who's more important at this stage, the manager or the physio?
Well, it's a tough call. We can see the Shrewsbury physios and massagers in amongst the players there, getting lots of fluid inside them. Mentally, I think it's the most important thing now is to make sure the players stay mentally strong and concentrate.
Ian, you've been tipping a silver goal for most of the second half, but towards the end there were a couple of opportunities, weren't there?
Yeah, there was terrific play by the Shrewsbury lads, but great save there, just probably 5 or 6 minutes to go. As you say, it could go either way. The lads they'll be tired, but as you say, Shrewsbury are day-to-day training, and that could be the big outcome in this silver goal rule.
Are you still sticking with the Shrews, Martin?
Don't ask me.
A bit, haven't you?
Well, I must admit, before the game I thought Shrewsbury, but Big Tim Sills has come on and done very well, and Lee Charles from the old QPR days, he's a double threat on occasions like this. He's an entertainer and a player. who knows? It's who's got the nerve, I think, at this moment.
Well, it's wonderful if you're a neutral.
Yes, thankfully we are today.
He's seen so much. He took them out of the Ryman League last year. A back-to-back promotion, possibly just 15 minutes away. We must stress a silver goal could well decide this. 12 months ago, it was a golden goal that took Doncaster through against Dagenham. This time, a silver goal, which means if a team scores in the first period of extra time, we will play those 15 minutes, and that'll be that. If not, we could have yet another penalty shootout, which is very much the mode in the post-season playoffs in the conference, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure nobody wants to see it go to penalties. It is exciting for the neutral, but as I said before we come on, there will be some tears shed, whoever misses that final penalty, and amongst the supporters.
Yeah.
Let's hope it gets sorted out in this silver goal.
And there's a great atmosphere here, isn't there?
Oh, it's absolutely
unbelievable. It's like a cup final, this.
Yeah. Well, credit to both sets of supporters and both sides, because they've served up a fantastically exciting game so far, and there's much more to come. Let's rejoin our bedraggled commentators who are sweating in the sunshine themselves, Clive Walker and Kevin Keatings.
Indeed we are, Marcus. Lee Lawrence is coming on for the start of extra time. Darren Tinson, the skipper, had been struggling in that second half, and the man, youngster really, only 19, Lee Lawrence, on loan from Manchester United, comes on for extra time. Aldershot will get the first period underway. Let me just underline firmly for you, the silver goal rule applies, and that is if a side scores during this first 15 minutes of extra time, the side who have conceded then have up to half time to equalise that goal, and if there is no further goal, then the side in front win it after 15 minutes of extra time. This is Challoner taking on Lawrence. Well, with the aid of an initial piggyback, he then drew the foul out of Lawrence, John Challoner.
Some good skills to see there. Both players wholeheartedly go for the ball, and a little bit of skill by John Challoner there reaps its rewards.
Aldershot fans banked behind Scott Howie's goal, looking to suck this one in by Miller. Free header for Charles. Oh, goodness me, Lee Charles. What a chance.
Well, that's a fantastic ball in by Adam Miller. Lee Charles should watch this all the way. He's probably not renowned for his heading ability, but really should have done better there. Terry Brown can't believe what he's seen.
Well, he works as a postman, and he could have provided his most important delivery there. Final seconds of the first period of extra time. Shrewsbury, one last chance to bag the goal that will see them back into the Football League. Headed away by Sterling, seized upon by Sedgemore, but we are going to have an extra 15 minutes, whatever happens now. Jimmy Quinn has gone through all the gamut of emotions out there, as has everyone, on and off the field. We're going all the way, Clive, and Terry Brown still holds the dream.
Well, I'm sure he does, and I think he'd be the one to be grateful to actually be in this situation, still there, still in with a fighting chance. And everything's gone out the window now. All the coaching that they've done, all the organisation that they've done has gone out the window. It's all about grit, determination. And can they just raise these players for an extra 15 minutes now?
So those tired muscles will need plenty of physiotherapy down there at the moment. But Aldershot really had a glorious chance to win it. Lee Charles there. It'll be passing through his mind, Clive, I'm sure, at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing he can say is that he took his eye off the ball. I think he thought Colin Cram was going to win the header, and he's just stuck his head down right at the last minute.
Good sign of the motivation that Aldershot Town have had all season. They came up to the conference last August. They got off to a flying start. They won 8 of their first 9 games and never looked back, frankly. They were never out of the top 5 all season.
Either way, but I think we are looking toward that penalty situation. But let's see, 15 minutes.
Fantastic drama, great entertainment. And we've got 15 more minutes for either side to win it without the need for the penalty shootout. Silver goal rule has ended now after that first period of extra time. of either side. Helps the ball in, and Warburton won the header, only for Street. Does well, Kevin Street, trying to open up a shot perhaps for Easton, passes the opportunity up, finds Luke Rogers, and then the angle was tight. Here, Hooper. For waiting for a cross. If Dean Hooper can find some space, Rogers trying to deny him that. Eventually it's in by Hooper. And the header by Giles, and Charles can't get any pace in the close race. One last opportunity for Shrewsbury to win it before the anguish of penalties. It's Sam Easton taking on Hooper, and a corner is the decision. No genuine shouts for a penalty there from the Shrewsbury players, at least.
I think he's got it spot on, the referee there. Very close and up with the play. And it looks like one last chance now for Shrewsbury. Can they get this corner correct, or can Aldershot get in the way?
Well, this is it. A season's hard work on this moment now, and Warburton is there, Captain Courageous, who won the header so bravely.
Well, he did, and he looks absolutely shattered, doesn't he? Ray Warburton worked so hard, and doesn't he enjoy it?
Clive, there was a little fist there, a little punch in the air. They'll be happy enough with penalties now, Aldershot. How well they have done against Hereford and Shrewsbury. A little bit of confusion down on the touchline as to what's being given here. It's going to be a Shrewsbury throw. Keith Stroud, the referee, has had a couple of looks at the watch, blows the whistle, and the route into the Football League must be decided by a penalty shootout. Warm embrace and handshake between the two managers. You won't miss a second of a dramatic penalty shootout to come right after the break.
Welcome back to the Britannia Stadium. After the semi-finals, I suppose it was almost inevitable that the final itself would go to penalties. That is the case. The toss has been won by Shrewsbury. They've chosen the end, and they are going to go first. Martin Allen and Ian Snowden are alongside me. Ian, what's going to happen now?
Yeah, it'll be just whoever's confident. The first 5 penalties, I'm sure they'll have worked on these throughout the week, and the first 5 will know who they are. But it's if you're 6, 7 and 8, if it goes all the way, that's when you start to worry. When all the penalties start to go in, you think you've got away with it as number 6 penalty taker, but it could come down to that.
Aldershot are missing 2 of their key takers, aren't they, Martin?
They are, yes. McLean and Desane have obviously both been substituted, so who's going to be taken? And that'll be difficult decisions now for Stuart Cash and Terry Brown and Martin Corn. But fingers are crossed. Someone's going to be the hero, and someone could be the villain.
I suppose, in a way, in a funny sort of way, the pressure is off the two managers now. They've done everything they can. They've sorted out their penalty takers. It is in the lap of the gods, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll embrace each other after the penalties. But the less pressure's on the goalkeeper, because nobody really expects the keepers to make a save. So it's at this stage where the keepers can be the absolute hero for the afternoon, and I'm sure one of them is going to be.
You've sampled the penalty shootout once personally, Martin. It went your way, but it probably wasn't that memorable an experience overall, was it?
Very difficult game. We played in the League Cup game a few years ago, the infamous September the 11th at Madejski Stadium. And when I was at Reading there, we managed to beat West Ham on penalties. A young chap called Defoe actually missed, thankfully.
It's a rarity.
I did try and put him off before he took it, though, I must say.
Doesn't surprise me. Right, the final chapter in a quite extraordinary post-season conference season. Let's get back to Clive and Kevin.
Luke Rogers will take the first penalty, and he scored 3 against Barnet over the 2 legs and a penalty shootout in the semi-final. So 100% success from the spot for Luke Rogers this season. First up. Nicky Ball didn't have to work, And Luke Rogers balloons the first spot kick high over that crossbar and into the Shrewsbury fans behind the goal. Advantage Aldershot.
Well, I think it was just a change of mind. He's gone for the blast. We've seen him take penalties before and put them away easily enough, but it's all about pressure as well at this stage.
Tim Sills scored in the penalty shootout against Hereford at Edgar Street in the semi-final. So disappointed not to start this promotion final. Can he hold his nerve now against Scott Howie? Sills with the opportunity to make it 1-0. No, Howie decided very early and decided the right way.
Well, I think he's unlucky here, Tim Sills. He's dived the right way, Scott Howie, but the law says you must stay on your line. Scott Howie, a good 2 yards off his line. And the assistant referee keeps his flag down.
Jamie Tolley, who could have won it in normal time for Shrewsbury. A great chance he had in the 88th minute, which he couldn't take. Now the 21-year-old must hold his nerve. And Jamie Tolley does hold his nerve. Relegated from the Football League 12 months ago. But advantage with Shrewsbury.
Well, he struck this firmly enough, didn't he? Sent the keep all the wrong way and put it in the bottom corner.
Jamie Gosling will come forward now. It's Chris Giles, beg his pardon, will take the penalty he too scored against Hereford in the semi-final. Former Yeovil Town man. Oh, and that too is saved by Howie. And a genuine advantage now for Shrewsbury.
Chris Giles again going for power. Scott Howie dives the right way, just puts that left arm up. Strong wrists, and just about keeps the ball out. The tension is immense.
So both Aldershot penalties missed. And now Shrewsbury's third penalty will be taken by Jake Sedgemore. Oh, and that's very cool. They were very cool in the semi-final when they scored all 5 of their penalties against Barnet. And Sedgemore, very cool.
Yeah, good penalty that by Jake Sedgemore, and an important one as well at this stage of the penalty taking.
So this really has to go in now if they're going to retain any hope. Terry Brown will know that Jamie Gosling has to score to give them a glimmer of an opportunity. One former Yeovil player has missed. Now can Gosling provide? No! Scott Howie saves his third successive penalty. And Shrewsbury Town now are on the verge of becoming only the third club to bounce straight back into the league from conference football. And Jimmy Quinn knows that surely they're going to make it, almost affording himself a slight smile there. And this is the penalty that will take Trevor Challis and Shrewsbury back into the Football League. And he makes it! And scenes of absolute jubilation around vast areas of the Britannia Stadium. And Shrewsbury Town under Jimmy Quinn have made the quickest possible return to the Football League. And it's they who will join Chester City in the 3rd Division next season. And whilst we applaud the winners, we have to get an immediate word now with the Shrewsbury player manager, Jimmy Quinn.
Jimmy, you've taken Shrewsbury back at the first attempt. How does that feel?
Unbelievable. I mean, the match was so tense, you know, for both sets of players. I mean, I feel really sorry for Terry. It's a horrible way to go out, but I'm glad that we studied Aldershot's penalties against Hereford, because that made the difference. You know, Big Scott has taken the video home and he's watched it night after night after night, because I said I think the game might go to that, and he saved 3 penalties, and it's fantastic.
So much hard work has gone into it.
Yeah. So emotional, you know. I mean, look at the fans and players who give every ounce of effort today. Fantastic.
And it was a superb day. 12,000-13,000 of them come here.
Incredible. Great atmosphere. I'd probably have liked to win the game within the 90 minutes, to be fair, but I'm just glad we got through. It's a lot of hard work that we put into this season. I'm delighted for the board and the fans. Look at the support we've had today. Fantastic.
Brilliant. Go and enjoy it.
Well, the tears aren't too far away there on the face of Jimmy Quinn, and the tears of joy and tears of despair, because if there's a winner, there has to be a loser. And they came so close to the fairy tale, didn't they, Aldershot? But Chick Bates there, who's seen so much in his long association with Shrewsbury Town, and these fans, what a difference in emotion for them. 12 months ago in the depths of despair, but now on the proverbial cloud 9 as Shrewsbury Town make their way back into the league. But a terrible, terrible day to be a loser, and for Terry Brown, Clive, he took them so close.
Well, he's done an absolutely amazing job for Aldershot this season. He brought them up from the Ryman League last year, and they just kept going and going and going all season. Everybody thought that at one stage they were going to drop down, but they just kept going, and they're here right to the death. And you just feel so sorry for the players, but like you say, there has to be one winner and one loser.
Well, they're almost inconsolable, the Aldershot players. But for the Aldershot fans, a disappointing journey back down to Hampshire. But for these Shrewsbury supporters, the short hop back to Shropshire, and a big party tonight around the county town.